Is this thing recording? I think it's recording. Is it recording? Yeah, it's got to be recording. Why don't you just take it inside and look at it? How the hell are we going to keep recording?
Batteries.
How'd you record on the way to Indy? Batteries.
Okay. Ooh, look at that TV.
New TV. Hold on.
Turn it on so I can catch the football game to it.
This will distract you with the football game while we record the show. Does that make sense? Complete and utter distraction from Randy. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
What is up?
I shouldn't say always anymore. I've had a couple shows where you're just not there.
I was going to say, here lately, I have not been.
So I just released, as today, I just released part 3 of The Road to Indy.
I have not listened to them.
I forgot to do that yesterday.
I started listening to part 1. I got to where Mo said I should have a greatest hits album. And then I started listening to Pumpkin Show, and I got to where we talked to Second Tim, the mailman.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm trying to catch up because there's so many long episodes released so quickly.
Yeah.
And I really only care about the ones I wasn't on.
Right.
Like, I rarely listen to ours.
Well, technically you were on Pumpkin Show, but I think Carrie did most of the talking.
90%. Well, once he arrived, yeah.
Yeah. Which
he's a New Yorker, man.
I do appreciate Carrie being on the show.
Just shut up next time, Carrie.
But James didn't get a word in, and I feel bad that James didn't talk.
So, James, you can come on back down.
So, James, we can have you back on the show.
Next time there's something insignificant you can drive all the way to Ohio for.
Yeah. Like
I don't know,
squash show.
Like the Honey Festival.
Gourd show.
What's the one in Obetz?
I don't know. Brownsburg has the Tomato Festival.
Yeah, no, what's the Obetz one? It's like the Cucumber Show or something dumb.
I don't know.
Now I got to look it up.
The Honey Festival's in Lithopolis. I don't record from the Honey Festival, though.
It gets sticky.
Ooh, okay. All right, so... Yeah.
Holy crap.
What?
Diesel's like breaking his teeth off on that bone.
Oh, no, he's breaking that bone. He's broken a couple teeth in his...
Oh, I remember. I don't have to Google it. Zucchini Fest. That's what Obetz says.
Okay.
That's got to be worse than Pumpkin Show, except for zucchini bread.
Yeah, that's
about the only thing I really like as far as zucchini. Oh, you good?
Yeah. I got the coughs and the sneezes, and my allergies are acting up, and this weather...
You got COVID again. Watch.
Maybe. I don't know. I can still taste everything, though. Yeah. I can still smell stuff. But this weather change that we've had, so it has really just fucked with me.
It's great. I love it.
You know what? At this point, I don't mind it. Whoa. Microphone.
There's your mic cable again.
Okay. There? Okay, good. So this weather, I don't mind it, so far. I mean, granted, yeah, do I wish it would be warmer? Of course. Am I not minding wearing pants instead of shorts all the time? Yeah.
Still wearing shorts.
I don't want to wear pants.
I came here in shorts, a t-shirt, and flip-flops, and it's 57 out.
Yeah, but
and I had the windows down a few inches with the heat on low.
Well, I do that.
Yeah, this is that time of year for me.
That's that time of year.
I love it.
I do that. But, I mean, you're basically a furnace. You're
insulated.
You're living on...
R32.
On some insulation there that you can burn off.
I'm living on love and buying on time.
But...
Without this podcast, I ain't worth a dime.
No, without the podcast, you'd be sitting
Speaking of, I would. I'd be watching this football game at home on my smaller TV.
So distracting Randy with football games while we record
Speaking
shows.
of smelling stuff, Judd, who just turned 3.
Pooped his pants.
Well, probably. No, last night we were all watching the Garfield Halloween special.
Is it the new Garfield or is it
the
old,
OG one?
Okay.
Yeah, the OG one.
That new stuff is garbage.
I haven't seen. I didn't even know there was a new one.
There is. You don't want to watch it.
We're all sitting there, and it's like we're just kind of chilling, and Beth's on this the lounge part of the sectional.
Yeah,
and he's kind of kneeling and leaning on her legs, so he's not really laying down or sitting down. He's kind of bent over her legs, and he rips off the loudest fart. And he gets done. He starts laughing. We're all laughing, and then he goes, I just made some loud music.
Yes, you did.
I was like, that's my boy.
Yes, you did.
Oh, man.
So
yeah.
I was watching, I got nostalgic today and started watching some old Top Gear.
The British Top Gear?
Yes, because the American Top Gear sucks.
Incorrect.
Well, which version? There's only been 6 iterations of American Top Gear.
There was Top Gear USA.
Right. There's been 6 versions of that.
And then there's the American Top Gear America, the new one.
So yeah, I haven't watched that.
The old one with Rutledge and
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla, yeah.
Well, see that and Eric Strofer.
Was it? No,
carpenter.
Tanner Faust.
Well, there was Tanner Faust, but there was another one with Eric Stouffer.
I don't know.
He's a carpenter. I think, like, there's been 6 iterations of a U.S. version that have never taken off. And the old British version, the older one with Clarkson, Hammond, and May, is so much better. Just the dynamic between the 3 of them is so much better than fucking Joey Fatone or whoever the fuck it is from Friends and whoever's on it now. Because I don't watch it. I give a shit.
I don't know who's on the new British one.
Well, the new British one I don't watch either. Because that's garbage. It's like Chris somebody who is just a dickhead when it comes to cars. Like, every car sucks. But I was watching the old one.
That's all Clarkson does in May.
No.
They crap on any car that's worth less than $250,000.
That's not true.
It's pretty true.
No, it's not.
Pretty true.
No, it's not even close to being true. But they, I was listening to the theme music. I'm like, might be time to change theme music again.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Change it to Top Gear's theme music.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, we'll just use that.
That's better than getting rid of our old music because it was used on a couple minor commercials.
Yeah, well, it wasn't minor commercials. Those were nationally syndicated commercials.
Nationally.
Yeah. Like
Top Gear is internationally.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
a little bit bigger.
I know. That's why we're going to use
more people view Top Gear.
That's why we're going to use their music on our show.
Hey, sounds good to me. I don't care.
On this episode of Buckhorn Podcast, Randy wears a pink shirt. Martelle says fuck. And we drink whiskey. And that's opening every show.
It's just me doing the music, though. That's how we get them.
Yeah.
No, we're not using your music. Randy made that.
It's so off tone.
With
and
his
it's not
lips.
Even, it's just wrong.
It's just so incorrect.
Anyway, so we're drinking something I have never had. And
I've never even heard of.
Yeah, you have. Disaronno?
Oh, we're drinking it like this now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've had this then.
Yeah, I've never had this.
Have you ever had a whiskey sour?
Not with
Amaretto sour?
Not with Disaronno, no.
Amaretto sour is what Disaronno's. I shouldn't say most commonly because I don't know a lot about amaretto sours, but that's what I know it from.
Oh, no, I've never. Nope. So I've never had it.
You're going to hate the smell.
Actually, I don't mind the smell. I've already smelled
really?
it a couple times. Yeah, it's sweet. It's
I thought you were
almondy.
I thought you were going to go down your cough syrup route.
No, it's sweet and almondy.
It smells like an almond cookie from a Chinese restaurant I ate at growing up called Ding Ho.
Okay.
Which is Spanish for dumb ho.
I've had amaretto like cookies before, but I don't know that they were made with Disaronno. I mean, my aunt makes like this cherry amaretto cookie that's really good.
That sounds good.
It's fantastic. They're pink.
Sounds really good.
They're super pink. It's made
like
with
my shirt.
Yeah, it's made with amaretto mix and the little red Marciano cherries.
Mariachi cherries.
Mariachi cherries. Yeah. So it's made with that juice, and then
which are technically the most Spanish kind of cherry.
Yeah.
So this is a liqueur too. This is not a. This is usually mixed, as far as I know.
Italian liqueur, yeah. Well, some people drink it straight. I've seen, get some Disaronno on the rocks, which is what we have. It's not bad.
I like it. I've had it before. I one time bought a little tiny bottle of it that was on the counter at the liquor store at Shortstop.
And drank it right in front of them?
And, yeah, as soon as I paid. Just slammed it and like,
before
give me
you
another.
paid. I mean,
just start throwing back shots.
If you're going to do it.
No, because I want to try it neat. I'd never had it neat, so I bought a real little tiny, like...
Yeah.
No,
this is good. Thank you, Josh. Josh brought this.
So, funny story about this. Josh comes on our show, brings us the Disaronno. I said, hey, I thought you were bringing Buffalo Trace. And he's like, well, you guys have had that a lot. I said, yeah, fair, but, I'll always take Buffalo Trace.
Right.
And he said, well, I want to try something different. So I went to this, I forget which store he told me. I think, it was Kroger in Canal Winchester. I said, I've gone to that liquor store several times. Usually, if you catch them on the right day, you got a pretty good selection there.
Yeah, you got to catch them on the delivery day, or else they ain't got shit. I was there to.
Well, they got the common stuff. They don't have the hard to get.
Well, that's where I went to get the Pinnacle Whip.
Oh yeah,
for Whip vodka for the show last week for the pumpkin show.
Yeah,
and that line was ridiculously long. They didn't have shit in stock.
Really, it must have gotten worse. I haven't been there in a while, but
it was a Friday that I went in there.
He said, yeah, I was looking for some blah, blah. And I said, I just thought it was interesting that you brought Disaronno instead of whiskey. And he replied back, this is all through a group text with Garrett. And he replied back, that's not whiskey? I was like, no, not even close. I said it's a liqueur. It's used to make like amaretto sours and, usually as a mixer as far as I know. And he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I said, no, don't be sorry. Like, you brought us a gift. I don't hate it.
No.
It's just not a whiskey. I didn't say that. I was like, dude, didn't say that for you to feel bad.
No. And I felt
up.
bad that we didn't get to it when he was here.
Yeah. But yeah, he thought it was some kind of whiskey or bourbon the whole time. He's like, I don't know. The bottle looked good. And I said, did you notice you weren't standing in the whiskey section? He goes, nope, didn't even pay attention.
That's all right.
I said, hey, fair enough, man. And honestly, if I remember in that store, the Disaronno's on the other side. It's the same aisle, other side as the whiskey and bourbon and all that.
I think
so. Maybe he just like turned around and was like,
no, I think it's outside of the liquor store.
No, it's not. It's in.
Is it?
Yeah,
because
at the one he went to, unless they changed it.
Well, because it's most liqueurs, unless they're higher percentage.
That's a 33% if I remember correctly, or 33 proof maybe.
20%.
20%. Okay.
That is an outside the liquor store.
Yeah, gas stations can sell that.
Yeah. Kroger and Lancaster can sell that. Yeah, I was going to say most of the liqueurs are outside of the liquor store just to save shelf space.
Right.
So
I could be wrong.
I don't know, but I don't know where it's at. If it's in there or not. So they do have liqueurs in the liquor store. I do know that, but I don't know what their percentages are.
What do we want to? Let's rate Disaronno. I love the smell of it.
I love the smell. Like I like the smell of amaretto.
Yeah.
The taste is it's good.
Sweeter.
It's sweeter. It's good. I don't know that I could just sit and hammer back this shit on the rocks. Like
I could sip on it on the rocks, but not like one on the rocks.
One, yeah. Like I'm at one.
I don't know if I could straight slam this unless I was intentionally trying to just drink whatever's in front of me. But it's really sweet.
On the rocks, it's not cough syrupy sweet though. It's not like sickly sweet.
No, we should have tried it neat.
We did well on the rocks.
We might try it neat later.
It's neat enough for me.
I enjoyed it on the rocks. I'm going to say, and this is really cheap too. Disaronno's.
Yeah.
It's
I know it's cheap. That's why I never bought it.
What's it like being rich?
You keep asking me, and I keep telling you the same. It's fantastic. I mean,
awesome.
It's great. You should try it.
Seems like a lot of work.
I mean, my wealthy is I have an abundant amount of friends. I have an abundant amount of alcohol, and I'm a happy person now.
And I also have a lot of money.
I don't have a lot of money.
You have assets.
I act like I have a lot of money.
I like big assets. I can't. I act like I have a lot of money. I did that a lot when I was like straight out of high school, and that's what got me into a lot of debt really fast.
Well, see, I didn't have a lot of money then, except for
I didn't either. I just acted like it, and
except for the money that I had coming in from
bought cars
muling.
I shouldn't have, and from muling.
Which stay tuned for part 5 of the Road to Indy because you'll get the muling. You'll get the full muling story, not just the truncated versions I've said here.
Where you act like a jackass.
I drove a drug dealer around.
Can you bray like a jackass for me, boy?
What?
like a donkey.
Yeah.
Bray.
No, I don't bray.
You don't bray?
Nope.
Ombre?
Not unless it's the Christmas song Dominic the Donkey.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. I was going to say you're not going to be able to resist.
I know.
I knew it.
I know. So
on the Disaronno, I'm going to say it's a 2.5. It's right in the middle.
That's where I'm at. I'm at a 2.5. I'm at a 2.5 with this.
And I have had amaretto sours because other people get them. I don't think I've ever ordered one myself, but I recall enjoying them.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good. I like this. I've had amaretto sours, but not with Disaronno. Whoever made it, they made it, and it was actually kind of green. It was like greenish brown, but it wasn't made with Disaronno, and it was in a mason jar.
It was made in the bathtub.
So probably, who knows? But it was good. That was good too.
Oh, Diesel, licking my legs. How you doing?
Yeah,
he's getting north of the kneecap there.
It's what he does. So I threw in because we're gonna try
Diesel. No means no.
We're going to try a drink. We're going to try a cocktail. And I looked up Disaronno cocktails.
Which makes sense.
Which would make sense, yeah. So I found one called The Godfather. Except for it was something in amaretto, but it didn't call for Disaronno. So we're calling this PePo.
The PePo.
We're calling this the PePo. It's when, one kid mispronounces your name when you're a grandfather, and now you're known as PePo for the rest of your life.
My aunt's grandkids call her Gigi. There's not even a G in her name.
I was going to say that, but that's acceptable. Cause,
yeah, it's not bad.
Because grandma starts with G. Like, my kids call one of their grandfathers Papa.
Yeah, I do Papa a lot.
And the other one is Pap.
Also acceptable. Those are fairly common.
I think I called my grandfather like Pap Martelle and Pap Eccles. It was just
I did Pap all Tabor, Pap all Nose.
Yeah, it was just Pap. But
my cousin calls his grandpa Pap, so I'm used to hearing that too.
I've seen Peepaw and Popo and Papa, and
I had Papaw, and then Granddad, the one that lived to be 103.
Yeah,
we just called him Granddad. Everybody knew he was just Granddad to everybody. Didn't matter the generation. So we got Disaronno and what here?
So we've mixed up. The PePo is 1-to-1. I just mixed it 1-to-1 because that's what we had in our glasses. Disaronno and Old Forester 1910. So he double-barreled.
That's a good one.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Harder to get in the southeastern region of Ohio.
I should just start buying you bottles. I see it all the time.
I bought this one like literally up at Polaris when I was up there one day.
I see them all the time.
But whatever.
That's the thing. There's a few in Circle Night. I walked in the other day, and on their counter where I told you they put like the Weller Special Reserve, which they just started getting. I walk in and there's Buffalo Trace and Whistle Pig, 6-year.
I like the Whistle Pig.
And I was like, you guys are starting to get better stuff. I said, that Whistle Pig's really good. And she's like, is it? I don't know. I said, yeah. I said, I noticed you got Weller Special Reserve and Buffalo Trace. And she goes, well, people have been asking for it.
You can't take requests, though. That's the thing. Like, people can come in and ask, but it doesn't matter.
I didn't say nothing to her. I was like, okay.
You don't get to, you can.
Well, no, it wasn't like people asked for it, so I got it. It was, a lot of people have been asking for it. Now we got it.
I take it back. You can put in requests. You can go to a store, an OHLQ store, and you can talk to the person, and you can put in a request, and they can submit the request. That just doesn't mean they're going to get it.
This is nice.
You like that.
I like it a lot.
I can tell by your face.
I like it a lot.
The fact that you went, face. Oh, you've said you like it a lot, and you went, with a face.
Give her right on the owner coaster. I like it. Because I think the whiskey tones down the sweet just enough, and it's still sweet enough for me.
It does. I don't know that I am liking it as much as you do.
That's fair. I like sweeter stuff more than you do.
You do, but I liked it just...
Yeah, what do you rate the Amaretto, the Disaronno?
2.5.
Okay, so we were right there.
Yeah, we're both the same.
Yeah, it's like $20 a bottle. You can find it at any store.
Yeah, you're paying $1 percentage.
Good point.
So, but I don't know that I like it with the Old Forester, and maybe just need to mess with the mixing a little more, like more whiskey to Amaretto.
Maybe a 1 to 2.
Yeah.
Well, pour a little more whiskey in.
No.
Just drink more whiskey. It'll taste good eventually.
It'll just taste like whiskey, and it'll be amazing.
Right.
I think I need to try it more. Just sit and kind of sip on it.
We can do that and then rate it later. But I'm wondering how the Disaronno would taste with AE rye. Because that's... Ooh. I think... I'm not saying we should try it.
That's rye, peppery rye, sweet.
But that AE rye isn't as peppery as most ryes.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm wondering how it'll balance out.
I don't know. Because that's sweet with sweet.
It is.
And actually, I saw 2 bottles out in the wild.
Oh, really?
Of the Angel Envy rye.
Wish you would have told me.
I knew. They
How
wanted
much?
like $150 a bottle.
Nope.
I'm like, nope.
No, sir.
I'm not paying that. It's $100 bottle. I will not pay more. It's not worth more than $100 a bottle.
Even though that's my all-time favorite rye, I 100% agree.
I will not pay.
Honestly, I'd rather pay like $75 for it. But
well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not paying $150 for that. Never mind.
I'm not doing that. I'm just not. I'm not paying secondary for shit. Like I'm over it.
I
still will not. Like I feel like the secondary market's dying down a bit.
Good.
I feel like it is. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention.
I've totally unfollowed all the groups. I don't see them on Facebook.
I still follow the one, COWS, Central Ohio Whiskey Society, because they don't sell.
Oh, okay. I'm not on that one.
It is just straight whiskey talk. Like, hey, what do you guys think about this one? Or I picked this up today, and I really like this one. There's none of the hate.
None of the snobbery.
And the snobbery and the bullshit. Plus, they do barrel picks. You can get like a cow's barrel pick, like depending if you get in on it. So I've been following that more, but I haven't really been on Facebook, but maybe once a week. So that makes it kind of hard to stick with things.
To follow along.
Yeah. Like I feel like you sent me something and tagged me in something and I completely dismissed it.
I don't even remember.
Let me check. I'm sure you did.
I commented on one of Jamuel's posts, but I didn't tag you. I used your name. Oh, it was the bratwurst being made with candy corn.
No, but that wasn't the one.
No, I didn't tag you. I said I'd try this, and I know Martelle would too, or something like that.
No, I am not trying. Candy corn is the most disgusting, vile
it's
candy
delicious
on the planet.
with big old thick sausage surrounding it.
Get fucked. There we go. That's
by the candy corn sausage.
I went from give a fuck to get fucked. It was this one. You asked me what it's like to be rich. Guy at the pump next to me filling up with premium gas. Me, what's it like to be rich? I will quit my job right now and work for you. I like that. That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
I saw it and I just completely because I don't review anything on Facebook and I don't go through and look at other people's timelines. Should I just look at the first couple and then I fuck off? So, this is getting better though.
I enjoy it. I think
definitely getting better.
I think you're right. I think there could be a little less of the Disaronno.
Yeah, I think the 1-to-1 was probably a bad idea.
I think 1-to-2 would be better.
Yeah,
give or take.
Yeah,
but I like it.
It's getting better. I think as this last piece of else melts,
the else melts,
the else melts, the ice melts. It's getting better. It's definitely getting better. So I don't know. I think as long as the mixture would be right, I'll give this a 2.5 as well.
I'm with you.
I don't think it's worth more than that. And you can use any whiskey. I just grabbed Old Forester because it had a smaller neck, and that's what I could fit in my hands as we were walking upstairs.
It's just easier.
It was the easiest one to grab.
We need a butler with one of those trays.
I need to get the basement finished.
And just stock everything down there.
And then put shit down there. Which I was going to start painting the walls this weekend. And with all the rain we've had, I can't. Because the walls have gotten a little...
They moist.
Yeah, I should have done it when we had all that dry spell shit going on, but I didn't have time. So now I may have to wait till spring to paint the fucking walls.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't do it with the walls being wet. The paint will just peel off, blister, and get gross. And
moist.
You
You okay over there?
No, this fucking microphone stand thing.
I need
new microphone stands.
Yeah, you do.
New clamp-ons.
New strap-ons.
New nipple clamps for
I
my
was
microphones.
Thinking on the way out here, since we are rounding out October.
We are. And neither one of us did Sober October.
Oh, yeah.
Never even mentioned. We didn't do it.
Yeah,
there's next year.
Yeah, there's always next year. Live, laugh, love. But Mo sent us a thing saying that the story terrified him.
Drink.
A week or so ago.
Yeah.
I opened it on my phone thinking, we should read this. I haven't read it because I wanted to read it live and get reactions. I'm fine with reading it if you want me to, but it's 10 pages.
It is 10 pages. I did open it and look at it. It's a Stephen King.
I saw it's from Stephen King.
Let me get this in a web browser here.
I've got it here on my phone. Or you can read it because that'd be funnier. You sound great, by the way.
Motherfucker.
It's not going to work.
Well, if I move it. There. It's going to work now because it's actually going to get stuck in the whole thing. The holy hole. So, Stephen King's The Boogeyman.
That's so gross.
It's The Boogeyman.
I love it.
Get it?
That doesn't bother me.
I know. But
the Boogeyman. You just made the Mucus Man. And Mucus is way grosser than Boogie.
Okay. I'm fine with that. I like that you got your phone out ready to record.
No, I had it pulled up on
your phone.
I had the Mucus Man pulled up on my phone.
It looks like you're just holding it ready to
that's just because my arm's resting here because I'm lazy.
With your pop socket.
I know, I love my pop sockets. You gonna read it?
I came to you because I want to tell you a story.
Tell me a story.
The man on Dr. Harper's couch was saying, oh, I should have just read that as one sentence.
This is fine. This is going to be good.
Beep. Let's try that again. I came to you because I want to tell you my story, the man on Dr. Harper's couch was saying. The man was Lester Billings from Waterbury, Connecticut. According to history taken from the Nurse Victors, he was 28, employed by an industrial firm in New York, divorced, and a father of 3 children, all deceased.
Well, that's sad.
I can't go to a priest because I'm not Catholic. I can't go to a lawyer because I haven't done anything to consult a lawyer about. All I did was kill my kids, one at a time. Killed them all.
Okay, now it's not sad. It's tragic.
I thought I was reading the story.
You are.
Why are you third person commenting throughout?
Because it's a podcast.
Two. I'm in 2 paragraphs in.
We're not an audio
I'm
book.
like 6.
We do the same thing with an article.
Dr. Harper turned the tape recorder on.
Did he? That look you just shot me. Oh, man.
Motherfucker. Dr. Harper turned on the fucking tape recorder. Billings laid straight as a yardstick on the couch, not giving a fuck of an inch about himself. All right.
Ad-libbing? Yeah, see?
All right. I don't want to ruin this for Mo. So, I'm going to start over.
I came to you because...
I came to you because I want to tell you my story, the man on Drink some more.
Beep!
Beep!
I'm so glad we chose to let you read this. This is going to be a 7-hour episode.
I came to you because I want to tell you my story, the man on Dr. Harper's couch was saying. The man was Lester Billings from Waterbury, Connecticut. According to the history taken from Nurse Victors, he was 28, employed by an industrial firm in New York, divorced, and a father of 3 children, all deceased. I can't go to a priest because I am not Catholic. I can't go to a lawyer because I haven't done anything to consult a lawyer about. All I did was kill my kids, one at a time. Killed them all. Dr. Harper turned on the tape recorder.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely should go to a lawyer.
At this point, I'm going to go with yeah. Billings laid straight as a yardstick on the couch, not giving it an inch of himself. His feet protruded stiffly off the end.
I'll give that couch an inch of myself.
Picture of a man enduring necessary humiliation. His hands were folded, corpse-like on his chest. His face was carefully set. He looked at the plain white composition ceiling as if seeing scenes and pictures played out there. Do you mean you actually killed them, or no? Impatient flick of the hand. But I was responsible. Denny in 1967, Cheryl in 1971, and Andy this year. I want to tell you about it. Scroll up. Dr. Harper was nothing.
You know what? If I had a choice between you and Morgan Freeman to narrate my life, I'd choose you.
Dr. Harper said nothing. I can't even do Morgan Freeman's voice. Never mind. The voice of God, I can't even do it.
You can't.
No.
You're absolutely right. Dr. Harper said nothing.
Dr. Harper said nothing. He thought that Billings looked haggard and old. His hair was thinning, his complexion sallow. What the fuck is sallow? Like white, pasty?
I don't know. I'll
Big
Google it.
words?
You keep reading.
Okay. His eyes held all miserable secrets of whiskey. Whiskey is not miserable, nor does it hold secrets.
Sallow. Of a person's face or complexion, of an unhealthy yellow or pale brown color.
So he's jaundice.
Right.
Motherfucker needs some blue light.
Yeah. He needs some vitamin D.
Yeah, he does. Right in his
Deep inside
mouth.
him. Spooky story.
I'm sorry we're ruining this for you, Mo, but
I'm not.
it's kind of what we do. They were murdered, see? Only no one believes that. If they would, things would be all right. Why is that? Because Billings broke off and darted up on his elbows, staring across the room. What's that? He barked, his eyes narrowed to black sluts. What's what? That door. The closet, Dr. Harper said. Where I hang my coat and leave my overshoes? Open it, I want to see. Dr. Harper got up, wordlessly crossed the room, and opened the closet. Inside, a tan raincoat hung on one of 4 or 5 hangers. Beneath that was a pair of shiny galoshes. The New York Times had been carefully tucked into one of them. That was all. All right, Dr. Harper said. Oh, all right, Dr. Harper said. All right. Billings removed the props of his elbows and returned to his previous position. You were saying?
Go ahead.
Dr. Harper said as he went back to his chair that if the murder of your 3 children could be proved, all of your troubles would be over. Why is that? I'd go to jail, Billings said immediately.
As he hit puberty?
For life. And you can see that into all the rooms of the jail. All the rooms, he smiled at nothing. How were your children murdered? Don't try to jerk me out of it. Billings twitched around and stared.
You want to read that last sentence again?
Don't try to jerk it out of me.
He said, don't try to jerk me out of it.
It works either way.
Don't try to jerk me off.
Don't try to jerk me out of it. Jerk it out of me. Don't try to jerk me.
Or do. The therapy with a happy ending.
I'm paying you.
Yeah.
Happy endings.
From your therapist.
Whatever.
There's definitely nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm going to get a therapist.
The rapist? I'll take the rapist for 500, Trebek. You are the boogeyman.
I need a spittoon.
Oh, just full of mucus.
We can bring it to life.
Ka-ting.
Don't try to jerk it out of me. Billings twitched around and stared balefully at Harper. I'll tell you. Don't worry. I'm not one of your freaks strutting around and pretending to be Napoleon or explaining that I got hooked on heroin because my mother didn't love me. I know you won't believe me. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just to tell will be enough. All right. Dr. Harper got out his pipe.
His hash pipe.
Where's crack
my
pipe?
Hash pipe.
Where's crack pipe?
Got my hash pipe.
We're only like 7 paragraphs into this thing.
We're fine.
And I'm going to need more alcohol.
Let's do it.
The secrets of whiskey.
Let's do it.
All right. Let me settle in for...
Prop on your elbows. Oh, he's getting the shake weight stool out.
No one can see what I'm doing, but I'm just wiggling.
Shake it like a Polaroid
All right.
picture.
Well, I'm having knee issues again. I think I tore my meniscus again.
Oh, good. That's good.
So I went and saw the surgeon again yesterday, and I have to get scheduled for an MRI.
Nice.
Yeah, so I may be having knee surgery again.
Jeez, you're so old.
You know how I tore it?
Get him off the toilet.
I have no idea either.
I was right.
So, because I stand here all day or lean up against this shake weight stool, and who the fuck knows? Anyway, I married Rita in 1965. I was 21 and she was 18. She was pregnant. That was Denny. His lips twisted in a rubbery, frightening grin that was gone in a wink. I have to leave college and get a job, but I didn't mind. I loved both of them. We were very happy. Rita got pregnant just a little while after Denny was born. And Cheryl.
Cheryl. S-H-I-R-L.
Cheryl.
Yeah.
That's
That's in real life.
Yeah. My grandmother's name was Shirley. So I look at that and I'm going, they missed some letters.
Yeah. They did not finish the name.
They didn't finish
There
the
wasn't
name.
room on the birth certificates back then.
I guess.
You got 5 letters. Denny, Cheryl.
They wrote large.
They wrote very large.
With crayon.
One of those giant crayons.
Cheryl came along in December of 1966. Andy came along the summer of 1969. 69, dude. And Denny was already dead by then.
Oh, okay.
Andy was an accident.
Oops.
That's what Rita said. She said something about birth control, stuff didn't work. I think that it was more an accident. Children tie a man down, you know? Women like that, especially when the man is brighter than they are. Don't you find that true?
That men are brighter than women? Yes.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot.
No, it's absolutely the opposite.
It is completely the opposite.
Men are morons.
I am a moron. I am still running off caveman brain and monkeys and everything else.
You're running off monkeys.
I'm running off monkeys.
Quit eating monkeys. You might...
Oh, monkey brain is so good, though.
Delicious.
Haven't you seen Indiana Jones? They clubbed that monkey and then they cut his head off.
Yeah.
Cut the top of its skull off and kind of dig in while it's still...
You got to get it while it's fresh.
I mean, yeah. It's
like sushi.
Sushi. Mm-hmm. I love some sushi. Harper grunted non-committally.
I want jungle sushi. Sorry.
It doesn't matter, though. I loved him anyway. He said it almost vengefully, as if he had loved the child despite his wife. Who killed the children, Harper asked. The Boogeyman, Lester Billings answered immediately. The Boogeyman killed them all. Just came out of the closet and killed them. He twisted around and grinned. You think I'm crazy. All right. It's written all over you. But I don't care. All I want to do is tell you and then get lost.
Okay, so if the Boogeyman killed him, why would he go to jail for life?
Well, that's why he's trying to figure out.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
By the way, what's in the closet right behind you?
The Boogeyman.
That would have been awesome if the doors flew open then.
I'd be fucking...
Like a portal from another dimension?
Nothing... So... We do a lot of scaring around this house throughout the year, and I've posted videos on Instagram of me jumping out or standing behind doors and scaring the shit out of Lexi. Mm-hmm. I can't get Harley. I've got her like maybe twice. She is stone cold killer.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to murder you all someday.
Probably.
When she's like 15.
She's the wild card.
Harley,
but I'm the same way.
An axe, like gave her father 40 UX. Well, that's she saw what she had done.
Isn't that Emily Blunt?
Mother, 41. Yes, Emily Blunt. It's James Blunt.
Wasn't she?
He comes out of the closet like, "You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful to me."
Whack. Yeah, I will get Lexi every time. I've stood in front of Lexi and scared her. Yeah. She's just jumpy. Harley is stone cold when you jump out. Like you open the door and you're like, "Bah!" She just looks in and she goes,
Sup,
motherfucker.
As she's holding a kitchen knife.
Yeah. And the girls have tried to get me, and I just walk right by them like they don't exist.
Was my James Blunt too loud? Is that why you turned me down?
I think everything was too loud.
Because now I can't hear myself at all.
Well,
you're fine. I don't care. Turn me down. Finish the story.
There. No, I didn't turn you. I just adjusted your...
What a catch.
Your gains.
Ooh.
You don't have any gains anymore.
I have no gains.
No gains.
I have a lot of losses.
But so I will try to jump out and scare Harley. I think I've gotten her twice in the 9 years she's been on this planet. Even as a baby, you couldn't scare her. She just doesn't scare. But she is going to absolutely murder me one day. But I don't scare very much easily. But if that door behind me opened up and someone come jumping out, I'd fucking run.
Since nobody can see, I said for those of you that can't see.
Yeah.
There's double closet doors on hinges, not sliding, and I could just see them busting open.
Well, one of them
and like glowing.
One of them doesn't even have they have that ball bearing lock in them.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have the ball bearing lock in it,
so it can just like swing open.
So it could just be like, boom, and I'd be like, fuck, I'm out, gone. All right, so back to the story. I'm listening, Harper said. It started when Denny was almost 2 and Cheryl was just an infant. He started crying when Rita put him to bed. We had a 2-bedroom place. See? Cheryl slept in a crib in our room, and at first I thought he was crying because he didn't have a bottle to take to bed with him anymore. Rita said, "Don't make an issue of it. Let it go. Let him have it, and he'll drop it on his own. We'll drop him on his head.
Drop him on his head.
He'll drop it on his own." But that's the way kids start off bad. You get permissive with them, spoil them, then they break your heart, give some girl knocked up, or start shooting dope, or they get to be sissies. You can imagine waking up one morning and finding your kid, your son, is a sissy. Scroll up. Oop, don't do that. Scroll up. After a while, though, he didn't stop. He started putting himself to bed. Hold on. Start over. Beep. I'm not going through and editing out the beeps, by the way.
I came to you today.
Yeah.
Take it from the top.
I came to you because I want to tell you my story. I'm kidding. Now I lost my place.
After a while, though.
I know, but I forget what page I'm on.
3.
Well,
3
all right, there we go. All right. It's 3 on my phone as well. It's the same PDF. After a while, though, he didn't stop. I started putting him to bed myself. and if he didn't stop crying, I give him a whack. Then Rita said, he is saying light over and over again. Well, I didn't know. Kids that little, you know how can you tell what they're saying? Only a mother can tell. Rita wanted to put in a nightlight, one of those wall pluggy things, with Mickey Mouse or Huckleberry Hound or something on it. I wouldn't let her. If a kid doesn't get over being afraid of the dark when he's little, he never gets over it. Anyway, he died the summer after Cheryl was born. Then I put him to bed that night, and he started to cry right off. I heard what he said that time. He pointed right at the closet and said, "Boogyman." The kid says, "Boogyman, Daddy." I turned off the light and went into her room and asked Rita why she wanted to teach the kids a word like that. I was tempted to slap her around a bit, but I didn't.
It's as you would.
Bitch.
Just go and start slapping your wife.
She said she never taught him to say that. I called her a goddamn liar. That was a bad summer for me. See, the only job I could get was loading Pepsi-Cola trucks in a warehouse, and I was tired all the time. Cheryl would wake me up and cry every night, and Rita would pick her up and sniffle. Oh, and sniffle. Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus.
She would snuffleupagus.
She would pick her and Snuffleupagus up.
She'd pick her up and sniffle. I tell you, sometimes I felt like throwing them both out the window. Christ, kids drive you crazy sometimes. You could kill them.
You definitely shouldn't.
Apparently he did.
You definitely should not.
Well, the kid woke me up at 3 a.m, right on schedule. I went into the bathroom, only a quarter awake, and Rita asked if I'm going to check on Denny. I told her I'd do it. I told her to do it herself and went back to bed. I was almost asleep when she started to scream. I got up, went in, the kid was dead, on his back. Just as white as flour, except where the blood had sunk. Hold on, that sentence doesn't make sense to me.
Just as white as flour, except for where the blood had sunk.
Had sunk. That does. All right, whatever.
Keep reading.
All right. Back of the legs, the head. Oh, I get it now.
There you go.
The ass, the butt, the buttocks, as it's written. His eyes were open. That was the worst. Wide open and glassy. Like the eyes you see on a moose head some guy put over his mantle. Like pictures you see.
This guy must be Canadian, eh?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Hold on. I'm going to preface this with...
I just read the next sentence.
Playfully racist.
This is reading
Stephen King's words and not my own.
The Buckhorn Podcast does not...
we don't condone this shit.
Condone some of the terms that are about to be used.
Wow.
Especially the...
All right, so here we go.
The N-word.
That was the worst, Wide open and glassy, like the eyes you see on a moose head on some guy's mantle. Like pictures you see of those gook kids in Nam. But it was an American kid. Shouldn't look like that. Dead on his back, wearing a diaper, in rubber pants because he'd been wetting himself again for the last couple weeks. Awful. I love that kid.
You know what? Shame on Mo for sending us such a racist piece of literature.
I know.
Shame on you, Mo.
Just wait until you hear episode 5 or part 5 of the Road to Indy.
Uh-oh.
Mo tried to guess the ending of that story.
Uh-oh.
He didn't get it. All right.
Intrigued.
So he loved that kid. Billings shook his head slowly, then offered the rubbery, frightening grin again. Rita was screaming her head off. She tried to pick Denny up and rock him, but I wouldn't let her. The cops don't like it when you touch any evidence. I know that. Did you know that it was the Boogeyman? Harper asked quietly. Oh no, not then. But I did see one thing. It didn't mean anything then, but my mind stored it away. And what was that? The closet door was open. Not much, just a crack. But I knew I left it shut. See, there's dry cleaning bags in there. 3 A-kid messes around. 3, what the hell? There's dry cleaning bags in there. 3. A kid messes around with one of those and bango, asphyxiation. You know that. Yes, what happened then? Billings shrugged. We planted him. He looked morbidly at his hands, he had thrown dirt on 3 tiny coffins. Was there an inquest? Sure, Billings' eyes flashed with sadistic brilliance.
Ooh. Why? He told his wife not to grab the kid because cops don't like you touching evidence, and then it says they buried him.
It's smash cut to they buried him.
Okay.
But the 3, that random 3 in there threw me off.
Yeah, it threw me off too.
Okay, good, because I'm not, I mean, I'm an idiot, but holy shit, that
Yeah.
3 doesn't belong in a sentence.
Yeah.
It isn't like a 1, 2, 3 scenario, it's a 3.
That might be a typo.
It could be. Billings shrugged. We planted him, blah, blah, blah. Everything, sure. Eyes flashed brilliance. Okay. So me, backcountry fuckhead with a stethoscope and a black bag full of junior mints and a sheepskin from some cow college. Crib death, he called it. You ever heard such a pile of yellow manure? The kid was 3 years old. Crib death is the most common during the first year, Harper said carefully. But the diagnosis has gone on death certificates for children up to age 5 for want of a better. Bullshit, Billings spat out violently. Hold on, I can do that. Bullshit! There we go. Billings spat out violently.
That made my butthole pucker.
I bet it did.
It's way louder in my ears.
I'm scary.
Rawr.
Rawr. Bullshit. Billings spat out violently. Harper relit his pipe. We moved Cheryl into Denny's old room a month after the funeral. Rita fought it tooth and nail, but I had the last word. It hurt me, of course. Of course it did. Jesus, I love having kids with us. But you can't get overprotective. You make a kid a cripple that way. That kid's going to have handicap plates.
I don't think Stephen King really cared much what he said. He was not PC in this.
Apparently not. Jesus. When was this written?
2017.
Yeah, because it wasn't 2021. You can't say any of this shit anymore. This whole story would be just down to we had 3 kids and they died.
I killed them all and they're in the backyard.
I killed them all and we buried them in the backyard. All right, I lost my place. Jesus can't protective. You make him a cripple that way. When I was a kid, my mom used to take me over to the beach and then scream herself hoarse. Don't go out too far. Don't go there. It's got an undertow. You only ate an hour ago. Don't go in over your head.
I've got a camel toe.
Moose knuckle. Even to watch out for sharks. Before God. So what happens? I can't even go near the water now. It's the truth. I get the cramps. You take some Midol, bitch. If I go near the beach. Rita got me to take her and the kids to Savin' Rock once when Denny was alive. I got sick as a dog. I know. See? You can't overprotect kids. You can't coddle yourself either. Life goes on. Cheryl went right into Denny's crib. We sent the old mattress to the dump, though. I didn't want my girl sleeping in those germs.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah. That's like wearing dead man's clothes.
Ooh. Dead men tell no tales.
Or lies. Well, they don't really say anything.
Unless they do. Then they're zombies.
I don't even think that's about as much as they get. And sometimes they don't even have a vocal cord, so they can't do nothing. Nothing.
I like how you said nothing that made a face, but no sound for a podcast. Beautiful.
Yeah. So a year goes by, and one night when I'm putting Cheryl in her crib, she starts to yell and scream and cry, "Boogeyman, Daddy! Boogeyman! Boogeyman!" That threw a jump into me. It was like Denny, and I started to remember about that closet door. Opened just a crack when I found him. I wanted to take her into our room for the night. Did you? No. Billings regarded his hands and face twitched. How could I go to Rita and admit I was wrong? I had to be strong. She was always such a jellyfish. Look how easy it went to bed with me and when we weren't married, Harper said. On the other hand, look at how easy you went to bed with her. What a dick.
Dude's definitely got some mommy-daddy issues.
Oh, he's got some serious, 1965 issues.
Glad I wasn't alive then.
I wish I was alive then. It was so much better time.
Was it?
Yeah, we didn't have woke nation.
Well, yeah, you're a white male. It was great for you.
I'm going to be honest. I'm fine with that.
That's like, I know, that's...
I have no control over that, so I'm just going to accept it.
Yep. I've told the story before where the old lady said, I want to go back to the good old days when I was a kid. And they were born before women had the right to vote. Like,
hey, if that was her good old days, then that's her good old days.
Good for her.
I mean, I don't have the money that Michael Jackson had to change his skin color. I just...
Doesn't matter if you're black or white.
I could become orange, though.
But I'm going to change myself white anyway.
Yeah. Billing froze in the act of rearranging his hands and slowly turned his head to look at Harper. Are you trying to be a wise guy? See, words like that. Like, I should start using words like that. Wise guy, eh?
Oh, you're trying to be a wise guy, eh?
No, indeed, Harper said. No, indeed. Isn't that a contradiction? Indeed means like yeah, and no means no.
No, it's no comma indeed. So it's like saying no, not at all. No, in fact, I'm not. No, indeed. No, indeed, I am not. It works. Just go with it.
Okay.
Your face froze in a
quizzical
look there for a while.
Indeed, just what are you doing? Indeed.
Indeed.com.
Then let me tell it my way. Billing snapped. I came here to get this off my chest, to tell you my story. I'm not going to talk about my sex life if that's what you expect. Rita and I had a very normal sex life, and none of that dirty stuff.
Boring.
I know it gives some people a charge to talk about that, but I'm not one of them.
You know what? He's harboring homosexual tendencies.
Potentially.
And it bothers him.
Okay, Harper said. Okay, Billings echoed with an uneasy arrogance. He seemed to have lost the thread of his thought, and his eyes wandered uneasily to the closet, which was firmly shut. I have the same problem where I lose my thread of thought throughout reading this entire thing. Where was I? Would you like that open? Harper said. No, Billings said quickly. He gave a nervous little laugh. What do I want to look at your overshoes for? What do I want to look at your overshoes for? Man. Should drink some more.
You should. One more round. So bring me to PePo's. That changes the song altogether. I'll have one for each hand. Set sail with old Forrester and read about a crazy man.
I was trying to think of the
closet door is open behind you.
When you're at the movies, they're like,
it's the
let's
Boogyman.
go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen.
So pour me to PePo's.
Let's go out to the kitchen and get ourselves a snack.
PePo as usual. What?
Santa Granddad?
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. The Boogeyman got her too, Billings said. He brushed at his forehead as if sketching memories. A month later, but something happened before that. I heard a noise in there one night. And then she screamed. I opened the door real quick. The hall light was on, and she was sitting up in her crib crying, and something moved back into the shadows by the closet. Something slithered. Slithering.
It's a sneaky snake.
Slytherin House wins! But Harry Potter's the main character, so fuck you.
I have no clue what you're referencing. Well, I know what you're referencing.
That's fine. You don't need to. Other people will.
What if in your closet was the sneaky snake guy? The door's bursting behind you. You jump up terrified. I'm a snake.
Sneaky
snake.
I'd get a shovel and cut its head off. I'd pick it up around the back of its head and walk it outside. Was the closet door open? A little, just a crack. Billings licked his lips. Shura was screaming about the Boogeyman and something else that sounded like claws. Only she said craws. You know, little kids have trouble with that I sound.
I think that's supposed to be an L.
Why isn't it it's a capitalized I.
I know. It says...
Why am I picking this apart and not reading it? Okay. Something with an L sound. Rita ran upstairs and asked what the matter was. I said she got scared by the...
Rita went upstairs and said, what the matter was.
What the matter? Asked what the matter was. That's what it says. And
I know. I just think it's funny.
It sounds like I read it wrong. I said she got scared by the shadows of the branch moving on the ceiling. Closet? Harper said. Huh? Closet. Closet? Maybe she was trying to say closet. Maybe, Billings said. Maybe it was, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was claws. His eyes began seeking the closet door again. Claws. Long claws. His voice had sank into a whisper. Oh, claws. Long claws.
Ain't no laws when you got long claws.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. Santa Claus. Gurgle, gurgle.
Bottoms up.
Did you look in the closet? Yes. Billings' hands were laced together tightly across his chest, laced tightly enough to show a white moon at each knuckle. Was there anything in there? Did you see the... I didn't see anything, Billings screamed suddenly. And the words poured out as if hot... What the fuck hot? As if a black cork had been pulled from the bottom of his soul.
Hold on, we need another disclaimer because I read ahead a little by accident when I was trying to find my place.
Okay.
Just get ready. Go ahead.
All right.
Black cork pulled from his bottom.
I'm just going to start that whole paragraph over.
Yep.
I didn't see anything, Billings screamed suddenly, and the words poured out as if a black cork had been pulled from the bottom of his soul. When she died, I found her. See? And she was black. All black. She swallowed her own tongue, and she was just as black as I'm not reading that N-word, in a minstrel show, and she was staring at me. Her eyes, they looked at...
right on through.
Nope. They looked at... I do read as I'm reading.
I understand that, but you were on a roll, and I was like, I don't know if he sees it.
That's the problem, is when I'm reading, I read ahead, and I'm trying to read what's behind me instead of reading what is actually in front of me, so I'm trying to change that, and I am so glad I didn't drop an N-bomb.
Yeah.
There would have been a gigantic bleep in the bleep.
I got real nervous for a second.
It would have been a very long, profound bleep I would have just carved in there.
So she swallowed her tongue, and she was as black as a Sharpie marker.
Yeah.
And she was staring at me. Go ahead.
Yeah. Her eyes, they looked like those you see in stuffed animals, all shiny and awful, like little marbles, or like live marbles. And they were saying it got me. They were saying, what?
They were saying it got me, Daddy.
Oh, they were saying it got me, Daddy. You let it get me. You killed me. You helped it kill me. His words trailed off. A single tear, very large and silent, ran down the side of his cheek.
What? Why is it got to be silent? Every tear's silent. It's not like you cry and your tears come out like, ah!
I don't know. Have you seen some people online?
Their tears don't make that noise. They do.
Well, they do, but yeah, tears are silent, but I hate people.
Me too. That's why I bought a hat.
Yep.
Oh, where were we?
His words trailed off. A single tear down the cheek is very silent. It was a brain convulsion, see? Kids get those sometimes. A bad signal from the brain. They had an autopsy at Hartford Receiving, and they told me that she choked on her tongue from a convulsion. And I had to go home alone because they kept Rita under sedation. She was out of her mind. I had to go back to the house all alone, and I know a kid just don't get convulsions because their brain frigged up. You can scare a kid into convulsions. I had to go back to the house where it was, he whispered. I slept on the couch with the light on. Did anything happen? I had a dream, Billings said. I was in a dark room where there was something I couldn't quite see. In the closet. It made a noise. A squishy noise. That's when I hear the word cunt.
We've been over this.
It's squishy. It's kind of gushy.
We've been over this thing.
I know. You're welcome. Twat does it too, but I really like the word twat. It reminded me of a comic book I read when I was a kid. Tales from the Crypt. That was such a good show when it was on HBO. Like The Crypt Keeper. You remember that? You remember that?
I do.
Yeah. Christ. They had a guy named Graham Ingalls. He could draw every god-awful thing in the world and some out of it. Anyway, in his stories, the woman drowned her husband, see? Put cement blocks on his feet and dropped him into a quarry. Only he came back. and he was all rotten and black-green, and the fish had eaten away one of his eyes, and there was the seaweed in his hair. He came back and killed her. And when I woke up in the middle of the night, I thought that would be me. I thought that would be leaning over me with claws, long claws.
It sounds like old Greg.
Wheeler?
No. Old Greg, who drinks Bailey's from a shoe?
I don't know.
You've never seen old Greg? Okay, we got something to watch after this.
No. Well, I was just thinking Wheeler because...
Wheeland?
Wow, whatever, your Greg Wheeler or whatever. The buddy of yours that listens to the show that gave me shit and I told him to go fuck himself because I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Old Greg's different.
I'm going with Greg Wheeler.
Okay.
Calling out people. Dr. Harper looked at the digital clock and inset into his desk. Lester Billings had been speaking for nearly half an hour, he said. Half an hour. He said, when your wife came back home...
This cost you $100 so far.
Bitch, when your wife came home, what did she do? He said, when your wife came back home, what was your attitude towards her? I beat the shit out of her.
No, what was her attitude towards you?
Oh, okay. Let me read that again. When your wife came back home, what was her attitude towards you? Turds.
Turds. Attitudes.
Attitude towards you. She still loved me, Billings said with pride. She still wanted...
that D.
Yeah. She still wanted to do what I told her. That was the wife's place, right? This woman's lib only makes people sick. Only makes sick people. It can do both. The most important thing in life is for a person to know his place. His station in life. That's it. Billings snapped his fingers. I'm even like doing
sound effect theater.
Sound
man.
effects.
I love it.
I mean, that's it exactly. And a wife should follow her husband. Oh, she was sort of colorless the first 4 or 5 months after, dragged around the house, didn't sing, didn't watch TV, didn't laugh. I knew she'd get over it. When they're that little, you don't get over it. When they're that little, you don't get so attached to them. After a while, you have to go to the bureau drawer and look at a picture to even remember exactly what they look like.
That's where I keep my pictures, in a drawer of my dead kids.
I don't have anything in this house that they call a bureau, so I know what it is.
Dresser.
But I don't have one. She wanted another baby, he added darkly. I told her it was a bad idea. Oh, not forever, but for the while. I told her it was time for us to get over things and begin to enjoy each other.
Yeah.
We never had a chance to do that. If you wanted to go to a movie, you had to hassle around for a babysitter. You couldn't go into town to see the Mets unless her folks would take the kids, because my mom wouldn't have anything to do with us. Denny was born too soon after we got married, see? She wouldn't even come to the wedding. Billings drummed his chest with his fingers. Drink time. Rita's gynecologist sold her on the thing called an IUD. I fucking hate this word. Whatever. It's a device that keeps you from getting pregnant. Foolproof, the doctor said. You just sticks it up a woman's her place, and that's it. If there's anything in there, the egg can't fertilize. You didn't even know it was there. He smiled at the ceiling with a dark sweetness. No one knows if it's there or not, and the next year she's pregnant again. Some foolproof. No birth control method is pregnant, Harper said. The pill is only 98%.
Hold on. You just said no birth control method is pregnant.
I did say that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Well, no birth control method is pregnant.
There you go.
No birth control method is perfect, Harper said. The pill is only 98%. The IUD may be ejected by cramps, strong menstrual flow, or in exceptional cases by evacuation. Yeah, you can take it out. That's possible. So what's next? She's knitting little things, singing in the shower, eating pickles like crazy, sitting on my lap and saying things about how it must have been God's will. Piss. The baby came at the end of the year after Cheryl's death. That's right, a boy. She named it Andrew Lester Billings. Fuck me. She named it Andrew Lester Billings. I didn't want anything to do with it, at least at first. My motto was, she screwed up, so let her take care of it. I know how that sounds, but you have to remember that what I've been through. But I warmed up to him. You know, he was only one of a litter that looked like me. For one thing, Denny looked like his mother, and Cheryl didn't look like anybody except maybe my Grammy Ann, and Andy was the spitting image of me. I'd get around to playing with him in his playpen, and when I got home from work, he grabbed only my finger and smiled and gurgled. 9 weeks old, and the kid was grinning up at his old dad. You believe that? Then one night, here I am coming out of the drugstore with a mobile to hang over my kid's crib. Me. Kids don't appreciate presents until they're old enough to say thank you. And that was always my motto. Well, let me be clear. Kids don't even appreciate it when they can say thank you. So, if you saw the way that girls treat some of the shit that I buy them.
Throw it away.
Oh, I have. They just don't know it.
Let the boogeyman get them.
Or I've taken it and used it.
There you go. Let the sneaky snake in their closet get them.
Does it sound like I'm smoking out of a bong?
From what I've heard.
Okay.
I've never smoked out of a bong.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Stopped right there. That was always my motto, period. But there I was, buying him silly crap, and all at once I realized I loved him the most. Of all. I had another job by then. A pretty good one. Selling drill bits for Cluent and Son. I did real one. Oh, hold on. Fuck me. I did real well. And when Andy was 1, we moved into Waterbury. The old place had too many bad memories. So I read that, and I read so far ahead that I got the real 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to stop doing that.
Slow down.
I can't. My brain moves too damn fast.
Slow down. Everyone, you're moving too fast.
Let's do a little bit of that. Take a little break. We're going to drink this entire bottle. I swear to God.
You say that now.
It's too hard to find. I'm not drinking my entire bottle in 1910.
I'll get you one. PePo.
PePo. You have to say that when you pour it.
Oh.
Or else it won't be a PePo.
Oh, there you go. That's the rules.
That's how it gets mixed. Okay.
It's magic.
And too many closets.
The old place had too many bad memories and too many closets. It's tied together.
Let's tie that. Yeah, there we go. The next year was the best one for us. I'd give every finger on my right hand to have it back again.
He must use his left to do other things.
Yeah, the stranger. Oh, the war in Vietnam was still going on, and the hippies were still running around with no clothes on, and the people who were black were yelling a lot.
The African-American fellow human beings were yelling a lot.
Yeah, it's another N-word that we're not saying. But none of that touched us. None of that touched us. We were on a quiet street with nice neighbors, and we were happy. We summed up simply. I asked Rita once if she wasn't worried. You know, bad luck comes in threes and all that. She said, not for us. She said Andy was special. She said God had drawn a ring around him.
A burning ring of fire. It went down, down, down.
That's much better with a little bit of Disaronno.
Yeah, just a touch.
Just the tip.
Just a touch.
Just the tip of Disaronno. Billings looked morbidly at the ceiling. Last year wasn't so good. Something about the house changed. I started keeping my boots in the hall because I didn't like to open the closet doors anymore. I kept thinking, well, what if it's in there? All crouched down and ready to spring at any second, I opened the door. And I started thinking I could hear squishy noises as if something black and green and wet was moving around in there just a little.
I wonder what it sounded like.
Rita asked me if I was working too hard. and I started to snap at her, just like the old days. I got sick to my stomach leaving them alone to go to work, but I was glad to get out. God help me. I was glad to get out. I started to think, see, that's it. Lost us for a while when we moved. It had to hunt around, slinking through the streets at night and maybe creeping in the sewers, smelling for us. It took a year, but it found us. It's back. It wants Andy and it wants me. I started to think maybe if you think of a thing long enough and believe in it, it gets real. Maybe all the monsters we were scared of as kids, Frankenstein and Wolfman and the Mummy, maybe they were real enough to kill kids that were supposed to be falling into gravel pits and drown in lakes or just never found. Maybe. I wish I had Vincent Price's voice.
I don't know who that is.
He's the one who narrates Thriller. Darkness falls across the land, and blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
Yeah. He's the one who narrates. He did a lot of, like, Thriller theater.
I want Burl Ives' voice.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, man. We just put that. I just thought it was funny. We both named somebody. The other one has no clue who it is.
Are you backing away from something, Mr. Billings? Billings was silent for a long time. 2 minutes clicked off the digital clock. Then he said abruptly, Andy died in February. Rita wasn't there. She got a call from her father. Her mother had been in a car crash the day after New Year's and wasn't expected to live. She took a bus back that night. Her mother didn't die, but she was on the critical list for a long time. 2 months. I had a very good woman who stayed with Andy days. We kept the house nights, and the closet doors kept coming open. Billings lipped his lips. Tongue twister. Billings licked his lips. The kid was sleeping in his room with me. In the room with me. It's funny, too. Rita asked me once when he was 2 if I wanted to move into another room. Spock or one of those other quacks claimed that it was bad for kids to sleep with their parents. See? Supposed to give them trauma about sex and all that. But we never did it unless the kid was asleep. And I didn't want to move him. I was too afraid to, after Denny and Cheryl. But you did move him, didn't you, Harper? Dr. Harper asked. Yeah, Billings said. He smiled a sick yellow smile. I did. Silence again. Billings wrestled over it. I had to, he barked finally. I had to. It was right when Rita was there. But then when she was gone, it started to get bolder. It started. He rolled his eyes at Harper and bared his teeth in a savage grin. Oh, you won't believe it. I know you think that I'm just some goofy, just another goofy, what the fuck? Just another goofy for your casebook. Goofy ass for your casebook. I'm ad-libbing. You know that? But you weren't there, you lousy smughead peeper. Peeper. Really?
Yeah. Peeper.
That's someone who looks through windows.
You're a mother peeper.
Son of a peeper. One night, every door in the house blew wide open. One morning, I got up and found a trail of mud and filth across the hall between the coat closets and the front door. Was it going out? Coming in? I don't know. Before, Jesus, I don't know. Records all scratched up and covered with slime, mirrors broken, and the sounds. The sounds. He ran his hand through his hair. You'd wake up at 3 a.m. and look into the dark at first you'd say, it's only the clock. But underneath it, you could hear something moving stealthily. But not too stealthy, because it wanted you to hear it. A slimy sliding sound, like something from the kitchen drain.
I wonder what that sounds like.
Or a clicking sound. Like claws being dragged over the staircase band. Oh, that's not clicking. That's more like... You can't hear that.
Nobody heard that.
Over the staircase banister. You'd close your eyes knowing that hearing it was bad, but if you saw it, and always you'd be afraid that the noises might stop for a while, and then there would be a laugh right in front of your face and the breath of air like a stale cabbage on your face, and then your hands, and then hands on your throat. Billings was pallid and trembling. So I moved him. I knew it wouldn't go for him because he was weaker, and it did. And it did. That very night, he screamed in the middle of the night, and finally, when I got up the cojones to go in there, he was standing up at the bed screaming, "The Boogeyman, Daddy. Boogeyman. Want to go with Daddy. Go with Daddy." Billings' voice had become high-trembled like his children's. His eyes seemed to fill his entire face. He almost seemed to shrink on the couch. But I couldn't. The childish breaking tremble continued. I couldn't. And after an hour later, there was a scream, an awful gurgling scream. And I knew how much I loved him because I ran in. I didn't even turn on the light. I ran in. Ran. Oh, Jesus, God, Mary, it had him. It was shaking him like a terrier shakes a piece of cloth. And I could see with an awful slumped shoulder and a scarecrow head, and I could smell something like a dead mouse in a pop bottle, and I heard. He trailed off. And then his voice was clicked back into an adult range. I heard it when Andy's neck broke. Billings' voice was cold and dead. It made a sound like ice cracking when you're skating on a country pond in the winter. Then what happened? Oh, I ran. Billings said in the same cold, dead voice, I ran all night to the all-night diner. That's how
He went to Waffle House.
Yeah, he went to the Waffle House. Because everybody goes to the Waffle House.
Yeah, I just saw Scarecrow kill my kid. I want waffles.
I need smothered and covered.
Smothered, covered, chopped, dopped, sliced, diced. Maybe sliced and diced was
You know
bad.
what? They don't do all that stuff anymore.
Yeah, I noticed that last time I went. That's dumb.
I was like, can I get a... I want the, you guys got the chili with the jalapeno, they're like, and the cheese. They don't offer any of that shit anymore.
Bullcrap.
It is. I ran to the all-night diner and drank 6 cups of coffee. Then I went home. It was already dawn. I called the police even before I went upstairs. He was lying on the floor, staring at me, accusing me. A tiny bit of blood had run out of his ear. Only a drop, really. And the closet door was open, but just a crack. The voice stopped. Harper looked at the digital clock. 15 minutes had passed. Make an appointment with the nurse, he said. In fact, several of them, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I only came to tell my stories, Billings said, to get it off my chest. I lied to the police, see? I told them the kid must have tried to get out of the crib that night, and they swallowed it. Of course they did. That's just what it looked like, accidental. Like the others, but Rita knew. Rita finally knew. He covered his eyes with his right arm and began to weep. Mr. Billings, there's a great deal to talk about, Dr. Harper said after a pause. I believe we can remove some of the guilt you've been carrying around, but first you must want to get rid of it. Don't you believe I do? Billings cried, removing his arm from his eyes. They were red, raw, wounded. Not yet, Harper said quietly. Tuesdays and Thursdays. After a long silence, Billings murmured, God damn it, shrink. All right. Oh, goddamn shrink. All right. Make an appointment with the nurse, Mr. Billings, and have a good day. Billings laughed emptily and walked out of the office quickly without looking back. The nurse's station was empty. A small sign on the desk blotter said, back in a minute. Billings turned and went back into the office. Doctor, your nurse is... The room was empty. But the closet door was open, just a crack. So nice, the voice from the closet said. So nice. The words sounded as if they might have come through a mouthful of rotted seaweed.
I wonder what that sounds like.
Hold on. So nice. So nice.
I appreciate your dedication. Martell just ripped off a piece of paper and started chewing on it and getting it all moist.
Billings stood rooted to the spot and the closet door swung open. He dimly felt the warmth on his crotch as he wet himself. So nice, the boogeyman said as it stumbled out of the... It still held Dr. Harper's mask in one rotted spade-clawed hand.
Whoa!
Boom!
He was talking to the boogeyman the whole time.
Son of a bitch.
that was a long way to get there.
It was. Sorry if we ruined that for you, Mo.
No apologies.
But
I'm not sorry at all.
I enjoyed reading it.
I enjoyed you reading it.
I bet you did.
How's that paper taste?
Fucking disgusting. Actually, I take that back. It pairs well with Old Forester 1910. God.
There's your spoopy Halloween
Spoopy
episode.
Halloween Thoith.
Whoa, it was the boogeyman.
It was the boogeyman the whole time.
I came to get him.
What a dickhead.
He had spade hands.
Clawed spade hands.
Oh.
Spade claw hand.
That's Edward Scissorhands' lesser-known cousin. Spade claw hands.
Spade claw hands. They're just a bunch of shovels. Can't even really... That was the clicking sound.
It was the shovels.
The shovels.
They're like
clicking.
garden trowels.
Oh, my God.
Good
All right.
stuff. Thanks, Mo, for sending us a story. If you got a story you want us to read, if you want Martelle to mess
Butcher
up the
it.
story.
Butcher the shit out of it. You
Send
want
us-
Randy to talk through the entire thing and ask questions.
Yep, that's what I do.
That's what we'll do.
I'm the guy that does that during the movies, too.
We will ruin it for you.
Send us an email, buckhornpodcast@gmail.com.
Or just send a message on Facebook.
If you're the boogeyman you're listening,
Did you see
screw
my tattoo?
I actually, halfway through the story, I wanted to talk about it, but I knew we'd get off on a wild tangent.
Yeah.
I do see your tattoo.
Yeah. I got like an upper arm.
Tattoo.
Yeah.
You were wanting to say sleeve, but it's not a sleeve.
It's not really a sleeve yet.
Yeah, I do see it.
It'll get there though.
Yep. You
I
going to
finally-
explain it, or?
Well, it's a princess and a pony.
It looks like Laurel and Hardy.
It
I
is-
can't see crap from
it,
here.
It
I
is
see
literally
colors.
a princess and pony. Let me come over and show you.
Okay. Come show me your sexy arm. That's a unicorn. It's got a horn and a castle. I love it. Is that part of your daughter's?
It was one of her temporary tattoos that I
Yeah.
used yesterday for a costume.
I figured it was part of a temporary tattoo.
There's a forearm sleeve that you can see kind of the remnants on my
Okay.
lower arm. Yeah, so I was Brandon Hawley, which is the owner, one of the owners at TFA,
Yeah.
which was perfect. I had a nose piercing.
Does he have his nose pierced now?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in person.
So he's
long.
got two full sleeves, so I went with one full sleeve because I wasn't going to waste one
All
of Harley's full sleeve tattoos that I got her. So I did the upper and the lower on the left arm. I grabbed one of my old like piercings that I had back in the day and took the ball off the one side and was able to
like
get
the
it to
ring
crimp
with the-
enough. Yeah. Get it to crimp enough that I could use it as a nose
ring.
piercing. And then I wore some like crazy short jean shorts that I used for another costume a couple years ago.
That one. Yep.
And I made a cutoff shirt and basically went off one of the pictures that was posted in
Gotcha.
as Jorts Man. So did that and then wore my one pair of my pink blenders that have like the full screen
Yeah.
lenses across. And when I walked in, you couldn't see that I was wearing anything. My hair was slicked back. I didn't have the nose ring in. And he's like, "Where's your costume?" I'm like, "Well, this is it. I'm wearing my costume." And he's like, "Whatever." Well, then I put all my shit down, walked into the bathroom, took off my warm-up pants, took off my coat, put in the nose ring, put on the sunglasses, walked out, and he's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "It's you." I said, "It's like looking in a mirror, isn't it?" I even shaved a chin strap mustache in because that's all we can grow.
Yeah.
I even shaved
He's
in
so
it.
ingrained with white trash DNA.
I just shaved in a chin strap mustache, and he was like, "Holy shit!" Even his wife was like, "That, yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's pretty close. It's real close."
And then she wanted to take you home
Or kick me out.
and do stuff.
I don't know,
That's funny, though.
but yeah, it was a
So
good
you went
time.
to the gym Halloween costume party as one of the gym owners.
As one of the gym owners, which is not the first time I've showed up as one of the coaches at the gym.
You should definitely show up as a Jamuel. shave your head bald.
At some point, I'll just show up. I am not narrowing my head.
Just completely narrow your
I
head.
can grow hair. I don't need to not grow hair.
Hair doesn't keep you from growing hair.
It can kill hair.
What if you did that just for a joke and became bald?
I'd be fucked.
Oh,
I'd
man.
I'd wear wigs.
Oh, you wear hats a lot.
No, I don't actually. When my hair's short, I don't wear hats as often. I do when we're doing the show because the headphones don't fit my head.
I gotta say, I liked you better with long hair and a beard. COVID Martelle.
You know what?
Was better than non-COVID Martelle.
If my hair wasn't fine,
oh, it's so fine.
It wouldn't be a problem. But the fact that I can't even get into the pool or shower with long hair and it not get tangled up drives me batshit crazy.
It looks so good though.
But I'm not doing that again.
It was a good look on you.
I'm not doing that again.
You look like a manly man.
I am still a manly man. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like
it.
this shit short though.
Yeah, no, that's not a good look.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It need to be longer. So, yeah. Did we rate this? The PePo?
Yeah, I think we gave the PePo.
The PePo?
I think we gave him 2.5 again.
Okay,
yeah,
because I made another one. I'm at a 2.5. I will stick with the 2.5 on that. I'm not going to change it.
I will say 1 to 2 is a better ratio.
Yes, 1 to 2 is absolutely a better ratio. I remade them while we were talking
2 parts
about the show.
whiskey of your choice.
Yeah, it is definitely a better.
That's a Buckhorn PePo.
It's a Buckhorn PePo.
So when you have friends over and say, "Hey, I'm going to make myself a Buckhorn PePo. Would you like one?" And when they say, "What's a Buckhorn PePo?" you go, "Oh, I've got 3 years plus of a podcast you need to catch up on," and make them listen to every episode while you drink it.
Yeah. So I just, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on who you are, I opened Facebook, and the first image I saw was presidents you need to know by their initials.
W.
JFK. LBJ.
Yep, LBJ is one.
W. Mm-hmm. FJB.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. All right. Definitely pick yourself up a bottle of Old Forester 1910. You will not regret that unless you don't like whiskey. Then you'll probably regret it. But then you'll learn to like it, and then you won't regret it. So then it's a win-win.
Yeah. So shut up.
So don't at me. The Disaronno. You know what? Just to have it around, grab a bottle.
It's so readily available and cheap. You might as well keep it on the shelf.
Yeah, just grab a bottle just to kind of sip on, make some drinks
and
out
honestly,
of.
if you want an easy drink, you can go get this stuff for cheap and get amaretto mix.
Well,
amaretto sour mix, sorry.
Yeah.
At the same liquor store you go to.
Yeah.
And make an amaretto sour.
And honestly, it's the world's favorite Italian liqueur. It says so on the bottle.
Yeah, that's what the bottle tells me.
So, Disaronno, check out some tap water. Get some of that for you as well.
I got bottled water here today.
Yeah, I got well water, but we'll just go with, I'm just going to blanket it with tap water.
Clear Valley purified drinking water.
And check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
It's the Google Tweetstagram.
Definitely go, if you haven't, download, part 1, 2, and 3 of The Road to Indy. It is
Randy free.
Is definitely Randy free.
Randy free is the way to be.
But it is good stories.
It's Mo better without me.
It's definitely Mo better. It is Mo different. So, I'm Martelle. He's Randy. We're out.
Peace.